right. Good morning, y'all. I hope your morning's off to a great start, child. I'm trying to work these comments and put this video up. Good morning, Lady K. Good morning, Miss Alfreda. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Sister Crystal. Thanks for being here. Shout out to the cookers. Okay. So I know I haven't been on in a while. It's been a lot. It's been a lot going on. And I tried to do a post yesterday on my community wall, child. I don't know what it was, but it wouldn't let me. YouTube would not let me post my community post. So anyway, I might try to do it again today, or I might just talk about some of that stuff in here. But how are you guys feeling this morning? Happy Wednesday. I had to think about what day it was, child. Happy Wednesday to y'all. Yesterday, I took off. I canceled my clients. And I really don't like to cancel people unless I'm sick. But I just needed a mental health day. I needed a mental health day, y'all. I just needed to have a day when I was just like at home and chilling. And so I wanted to go to see my mom and my sister for Christmas, or right before Christmas. And because of all the Omicron bullshit, and they keep changing all the stuff. Good morning, Slim Thick. Good morning, love. We just decided we're not going to go, which is very sad because we both really wanted to go and see them. We hadn't seen them since, I always say, last February. So we just postponed it, and I was very sad about that because I was looking forward to seeing them. So I guess we'll have to go next year, or they'll come here. But so I was like, I just need a day. I just need a day to be home and stuff. And I'm also gonna miss my mom's home cooking. No, well, I guess I can make all that stuff, but it's not the same, child. Sorrel, rum cake, curry goat, and all that good stuff. So it's all good. I'll see them again in the future, but it was a hard decision. But yeah, hopefully you guys are staying safe. I know that I don't know, like there's a lot changing. I mean, things between US and Canada are pretty good, but it seems like if you're coming from any other country, it seems like it's hard for people. So, I don't know. Do you guys have any plans to travel? How about you guys? I'm trying to switch my account here. See, this is why Jeff get on my nerves when he get on my computer trial, because he logged in and he logged me out. So now I can't even get to my damn YouTube thing. I'm gonna get his ass when he come home. But 1 second, let me just I just need to edit this real quick. I need to change this live thingy here. I always forget to do that. I guess I could do it after. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are traveling, but it just seems crazy right now. I am so sick of the stupid pandemic. I can't, well, I can't wait till this shit is over, but what does that even look like? What does it even look like? Sister Crystal said, I would be sad too. Curry goat sounds yummy. Yes, Sister Crystal, I'm bummed, but it's all good. It's all good. But child, I was also looking for stuff to talk about. I have a few things written down today. I got a video to share with you guys. And there's not I don't know how you feel, but I feel like there's not a lot going on right now. But we're gonna talk about a few things. Good morning, Just a Petty Mess. Morning. You see Nosey's back. Girl, no, let me write this down so I can go check out her shenanigans and see what she's doing. I'm surprised YouTube didn't pull the plug. I knew she would survive without YouTube. Of course she wouldn't. Of course she wouldn't. And that's the thing, is that that's part of what's funny, is when she went to Twitch and these other places, I was like, girl, ain't nobody checking for you. Bye. So I'm sure she felt that pinch. Plus, didn't she get kicked out of those platforms too? I will definitely be looking to see what kind of mess she's up to. A mess. Thanks for sharing the tea though, Just a Petty Mess. Miss Alfreda said, yes, us moms love to see our babies during the holidays. I know. COVID-19 has changed the world. It's better to be safe than sorry. And Miss Alfreda, that's what my mom was saying. She was sad, but she was like, it is better to be safe than sorry. But I'm like, my soul is irked. I'm just so irked, y'all. And they keep changing stuff every day. How do we know we don't go and then get stuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. Just a Petty Mess said, no, I didn't see it. I did not see it. So I'm about to, what is the name of her channel? What's her channel name? Because I heard she was on YouTube a few months ago, but she keeps hiding it. I guess she was scared, child. I guess she was scared. Something said, good morning, Lady K. So it's a whole lot going on, but I know somebody's around there. We're not going to talk about it, okay? Pretty wings, pretty wings, pretty wings, pretty wings. Oh, that's what the X is over there singing. Okay, we're not gonna get into the fool la la, but I was laughing my ass off when I saw what happened to poor ZX, or as LSA likes to call him, GX. Okay, these people are pathetic. I'm telling you, it's like they just give away their soul and their dignity just to be a part of the effery. And I don't understand it, but them come of each other. I'll just be laughing from the background, okay? I'll be laughing my ass off. She has a channel that leads to the other platforms. Sister Crystal said, good morning, just a petty mess. Thanks, guys. You know what? I really do like to sing, but I'm always scared. I'm always scared to sing. Thank you, Slim Thick. You guys are the best. Not GX kind of a fish fan. Yes, girl, he's on his Maxwell. Okay, someone better's gonna love her. Okay, child. I was like, that's the song that was coming to my head. I was like, yo, he is butthurt. He's butthurt. So, but I'm gonna feel sorry for him. I really don't. And it's so funny because I don't really watch him, but I had to see, like, what is this man gonna say? I heard he's out here spilling people's medical tea and stuff. And you know, guys, I'm gonna say this before we get into the first topic. This is why you have to be careful who you tell your personal business to. It never fails. You know, you've seen these people be friends with other people for years and sometimes less, and then they tell them personal things. There has to be lines. When you fall out with somebody, there has to be lines. And I just don't think in real regular life, I don't think that most people do the things that people do online, like spilling intimate details and personal secrets. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in real life, but I think the level that it happens on is very different. And that's why you have to be careful. There's nothing wrong with making online friends. There's nothing wrong with connecting with people, but be careful what you tell people, because if it's not something you can come out and if it's not something you're willing to come out and share yourself, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you could end up in a situation where you feel dumb, or you feel exposed. And I know I've been through that. And it was something I was doing that I had to do professionally, but you should be really careful what you tell people that you connect with online. If it's not something that you'd be okay telling yourself, think twice. Do I want to tell this person this information? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say. Because when you see people doing evil shit out here, releasing statuses and stuff, that's just that's the kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to encourage anybody to commit any crimes. So I want to make sure I say that. But this is the kind of stuff that I feel like when people do that, you don't know how somebody's going to snap, and they probably will pull up to your house. Hey, Gummy Bama, good morning, love. They probably will pull up to your house and they will pow, pow, stab, stab. You just don't know. You don't know what people are dealing with. I told y'all the story about this man that worked at the psych hospital with me, and he said he was a driver, and he said he was talking to a patient one day. And the patient was she was telling him a story how she was mad, and she just grabbed her gun, put her gun in the glove, and was driving around the highway looking for somebody to start shit with so she could shoot them. You need to be careful. These people, because a lot of people are on here, they start shit for fun, and it's all fun and games, when they humiliate people, but you never know when you're going to run into the right type of crazy. You just never know. Okay. And people really need to be careful, because oftentimes the real, I don't even want to say crazy, but the real people who are a little ticky ticky boom boom, you might not get any notice or warning. Okay. They just gonna get in the car with a diaper. Y'all remember the astronaut? Okay. She found out her husband was cheating, honey, and she put on a diaper and drove. I don't remember where, but she hopped in the car and was like, I'm finna get his ass, and I'm finna get his, whoever that lady was. Okay. You don't know who the person is who will put on a diaper and drive for hours to come get that ass. Okay. So that's all I'm going to say. Good morning, Leak You. Thanks for being here. Good morning, Red Lipstick Vibes Podcast. Okay. Red Lipstick Vibes Podcast. Do you have a channel? Because that name sounds very interesting. I like it. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, but someone better's gonna love you. Okay, ZX. It's okay. It's okay, ZX. I don't feel bad for you, okay? You should have known better. Anyway, moving right along. All right. What's your channel about? Moving right along, okay? These damn people. It's so much. I forgot to look up like what is going on with the planet. Sometimes when I see a lot of chaos and ruckus and confusion, I'm like, what is happening? What's happening in the planets right now? Because people are losing their minds and they're just doing the most. Shout out to Leak You. Okay, thanks for being here. Child, listen. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Britney Spears today. We're gonna talk about Britney Spears making fun of her therapist, Jussie Smollet. Okay, or what is it Chappelle that calls him Jussie Smollet? I don't know. I remember somebody calling him Jussie Smollet, and I'm like, these people ain't shit. And I also want to talk about, and this I will need your help for. I want to talk about how I feel like the media feeds off of the energy of Black people, specifically negative emotions. We know that real things happen, and we know that we have to talk about it and reflect on it and things. But sometimes I think that I don't know, and this is probably more esoteric stuff, but it's like, I feel like the media be trying to feed off of the energy of Black people by making them pissed off and putting stuff out there. So that's something I want to talk about too. Gummy Bama said the beef sector had tears last week. Ken cried, Nika cried, Bless cried, Kimmy cried. The sector is really full of tears. And you know what, Gummy Bama? I'm about to say some heartless shit, but I'm not sorry for none of them. I would not hand not one of those people a damn tissue, okay? Because they all the same peas in a damn pod, okay? I don't believe none of their tears. And the funny part is I missed all of them tears too. I didn't notice any of them was crying. I don't take none of them seriously. Those are not people that I would waste my empathy on or waste my, I feel bad for them. Nope, because a lot of them are liars and a lot of them just be out here doing F-ish, and they get entangled with people that do stupid shit, make excuses for them, and then turn around and try to pretend to be a victim. Thank you so much for sharing, Dear Yvette Says. Shout out to Dear Yvette Says. Okay, that is an on-point sister right there. Thank you for sharing the video. Please check out her channel. But I don't feel bad for none of them, Gummy Bama. And it's going to sound heartless, but, I don't. A lot of them do stupid shit. They've seen what's his face was up here, okay, Mr. Heinous, and he's done and said horrible things about children, and they just made excuses for him. This is way before I was like done. I talked about this. Y'all don't believe me? Well, they're on members only now, but I can release them. I've talked about this, how there's people on here making excuses for other people when they engage in heinous behaviors, especially if it has to do with kids. You don't co-sign none of that. You don't sweep anything like that under the rug. And these are supposed to be the elders in the community doing this. So when they become victims of that same person, me not have no tissues for them and I have no Kleenex for them, okay, because they deserve that shit. And that sounds cold-hearted, but so be it. Moving right along. Red Lipstick Vibe said some of everything: relationships, religion, trending topics, politics. Okay, nice. Okay, I will check you out. Lady K said, in my opinion, he set that attack up. Lady K, we're gonna get into Jussie Smollet, honey. Oh, we are. Okay, because he just is ridiculous. He's ridiculous. Good morning, dear Yvette Says. Child. And I know yesterday I had this epiphany that I was like, I'm just gonna start saying, not like in a nasty way, but I'm like, it's time to start speaking my mind about certain things, not just online, but just in everyday life. It's just like, even with some of my clients, some of them is not that I'm not honest with them, but it's like sometimes you let people get away with stuff, and it's like, no, it's time to let you know. It's time to just cut the cord, not cut you off, but just like, I'm just gonna tell you. We've been beating around the bush for a long ass time. And that's one of the nice things about leaving the sector, is that I don't have to worry about, well, I never did before. I know that was why they didn't like me, because I would just say whatever I felt. And I would try to do it respectfully, but people would still get mad and their feelings. But sometimes you just gotta say it like it is. You know what I'm saying? Not in a nasty or disrespectful way, but sometimes people need that dose of honesty. Gummy Bama said, girl, they all were on their lives or other stuff crying the whole river. They better play that damn Justin Timberlake, Gummy Bama. Listen, I don't believe we've had people come on here pretend that they're dead. Like it's just the amount of stuff that I've seen is I've become jaded with a lot of people in that community. And it's hard for me to believe. Even this one woman the other day, I heard she had gotten robbed. And then it come to find out, I think it was real. Like, I think she had a home invasion. And I was like, I didn't believe it. And I felt bad because I felt bad that I didn't believe her. But these people scam and lie so much. It's like the boy who cried wolf. You don't really know what's going on until, you see some receipts. It's hard to believe them. And I've never been that person. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. But if you're a compulsive liar, if you're a habitual scammer and you roll with a lot of people who do those things, you're going to get the side eye. Gummy Bama said it was entertaining, but Bless Watkins cried the hardest when she talked the most ish about the most people. I agree, pressure. Thank you, Gummy Bama. And that's how I'm going to feel about Fiar. Just messy, juicy. Every time I see that, there's this, there's this, I think it's this clip of Wendy Williams. And I remember when I used to watch her show and she'd be like, juicy. And then she would take a sip of her tea. That shit is hilarious. Thank you, dear Yvette. Yes, it's too much. And I just don't have the patience for it anymore. Okay. I'm just not. Beef sector is like a merry-go-round. Bullish jumps off on and off daily. Miss Alfreda, if you don't tell the truth and shame that damn devil, okay? Miss Alfreda, I'm gonna read that one more time. She said the beef sector is like a merry-go-round. Bullish jumps on and off daily. Okay, if that's not the truth, child, I don't know what is. Gummy Bama said, I've been feeling like that too. It's time for me to speak my mind. Yes, it must be the new energy, Gummy Bama. I'm like, why hold back? These people stay with the bullshit. I'm just going to tell you how it is. I'm just going to tell you what it is because you literally are, what is this? There's this, I want to say it's Freudian. It's called repetition compulsion. And it's literally when you create your own unhappiness in cycles. You just do the same shit over and over again, even though it doesn't give you the results that you want. Okay. And that's what it is over there. Sometimes that is what's needed. Sometimes it is red lipstick vibes. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you just got to hit people with that truth. Okay. To hit them with that truth serum because too many people are lying to their face. Okay. And I'm just not here for it. I'm not here for the Kool-Aid. I said that in my post. Okay. I'm not here for the Kool-Aid. I'm not here for no arsenic cookies. We don't do that around here to the pressure cooker. Okay. Dear Yvette says, I love your show. Thank you so much, love. I really appreciate that. I need to be more consistent. I've been bad with that. That was part of my post that YouTube didn't want me to post, child. I don't know what was going on, but I need to get better with that, guys. It's just been so much. Slimthik says, sometimes being respectful makes people even more upset because they are used to communicating in a disrespectful way. Slimthik, that's another one. We're going to read it one more again, okay? She said, or they said, I should say they said, because I don't know. Sometimes being respectful makes people even more upset because they are used to communicating in a disrespectful way. Slim Thick is on point. Some people are so used to engaging in a manner that is poor communication, unproductive, just real vile and just too much, right? That when you actually say something to them in truth and respectfully, they literally don't know how to handle it. I have had that happen to me on here. I'm not going to name any names, but I've had that happen to me on here with people who are used to be like, that fucking pressure cooker. And I just be hitting you with that truth serum. And they just mad because they're so used. I don't have to raise my voice. I don't have to do all of that. I'm just going to tell you what it is. Okay. All bark, no fucking bite. Okay. Gummy Bama said that whole clique of YouTube ship is a farce. They ain't friends. None of them. Thank you, Gummy Bama. They believe the gossip about their friends and they compete with each other. And this is why it's best to be a spectator and not a participant. Okay. Because everything Gummy Bama just said is on point. Okay. Hey Betty, something they're used to dysfunctional behaviors. Absolutely. You're not going to get very far with people who revel and thrive in dysfunction. You're going to become dysfunctional too. And Kimmy, oh God, Kimmy, that girl is a piece of work and certified shit starter, and her and Bless did the most and were the catalyst of all the telephone drama. I'm gonna say this before we start. Now we know, child, the bone carriers and the shit starters are gonna be banned. But like I said, new energy. Okay. I remember um I saw Kimmy in my chat once and I said, what the hell is Kimmy doing here? Child. After that, I blocked her. Sometime after that, when I saw how much nonsense she got into, I blocked her. It's very rare that I block people who I don't have something like personal with, but I started to do that with certain people because if you aren't even a content creator and your name is always in bullshit and you're always starting with people and conniving, it's not just regular like shit talking, like you're behind the scenes plotting people's demise. I don't want that energy. I don't even want to see you. So I blocked her ass. That is somebody whose name has come up repeatedly in an insane amount of fuck shit. Okay. And for me, I've learned lessons on here. Pay attention to your gut instincts. Okay. Pay attention to that. First, I said, oh, I feel bad doing this. She didn't do nothing to me. And then I said, why would I wait for her to do something to me? Blocked. And I did. And I blocked her because, and after I blocked her, I've seen how much crazy shit she's been into, how many people call her friend. This is what I'm saying. Do these people know what real friends are? They get in and out of bed with people who stab them in the eye, stab them in the back, chop off them foots. I said, like, it reeks of desperation and dysfunction. Red lipstick, I deal with that in real life. People initially love my honesty until I have to do it to them. Okay. And sometimes we don't realize our honesty is a gift, especially when you can do it and not cuss people out. Sometimes we don't realize that shit is a gift. And we suppress that part of ourselves because, especially when it comes to like misogyny, oh, you need to be like quiet and small. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in a lot of circles where you feel like you need to do that. And I just stop that shit. This is who I am. As long as I'm being respectful and I'm not being like hateful or hurtful intentionally, then it is what it is, Something, especially when it hits them hard. Yes. When you hit people in their spirit, when they got to recruit a whole bunch of people to come for you. That's all I'm going to say. After this weekend, anyone who is friends with Kimmy behind the scenes and has shared personal info with her should know just they're already doxxed. Absolutely. I don't even know why it needs to be after this weekend. Some people are a glutton for punishment. If you've seen this person engage in this behavior before, there's very high chances they're going to do it again. So I don't understand why people are such slow learners with that stuff. Welcome, everyone. Hit the like button as you enter. Thank you kindly. Thank you, Sister Crystal. Shout out to my Susha, Sister Crystal. Okay, so let's get into Jussie Smollet. Okay, because this is just Juicy. He is just too much. Okay, I'm like, what the hell is going on with Jussie? Like, and I'm gonna say this before we start because it's just crazy to me that he was on a top show on Empire. I mean, on what was that? Was that Fox? Child, I don't have cable no more. So he was on a top show, and this man threw it all away, for a little bit of attention. And I don't know. I'm curious about what your theories are. We'll get into it. I haven't watched his case, never liked him. I moved on when the case first hit, shaking my head. This is one of those things, Gummy Bama, that I feel vicariously embarrassed about. I feel embarrassed because I'm like, we were in the middle of some thick drama with the orange one in office. And there were people that were actually getting affected by the crimes of the megabots. There were people who were experiencing racism and all kinds of stuff, violence, you know what I'm saying, discrimination. And yes, okay, thank you, Gumby. I mean, it was on Fox. And you come from I think a privileged family. Okay, I think his sister is what is her name? Is it Janice? Like I don't remember her name. She's really pretty. She was on at the first time I seen her was on Eve's Bayou, and then she was on The Great Debaters. So he comes from a family that's like been in Hollywood. And I don't know what the hell happened to him, but I remember when this story broke, I was like, damn, they got Jussie. Okay. The Magabots got Jussie. And then the details come out, and it's like, well, this doesn't make any sense. Okay. 2 + 2 = 5 right now. Like, this isn't adding up, but you still try to hold, you try to keep the faith. He was around here talking about he was the gay Tupac. He was real loud and wrong. Like, it was crazy. And then it came out, and I'm gonna give you guys details that's released in the case recently. Then it came out that this may have been a hoax. Okay. Then we find out that those two Magabots that he's claiming put a noose around his neck, and I think he said poured bleach on him. Come to find out, it's two Nigerian brothers who are bodybuilders who I think train him. He knows them. Okay. So I said, what? Then the plot thickens. Then it was like, what's his face? It was like we found out that day that all of that stuff he alleged happened was a very cold day. Like, it was one of the coldest in many parts of the States, right? I remember this is right before I moved to Canada. Yes, Gummy Bama, he knew them. He knew them. I think one of them was his trainer. It's crazy. So it's just, he's claiming that's not the case. He's still denying it, honey. And I remember, now you guys remind me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a point when like these charges suddenly got dropped or dismissed? I don't know. And then something came back up. Something happened. And I feel like he got away with it. And then they brought it back up. And the reason why I remember that is I was watching this one lady. Her name is Magical Duchess Lady. And she's a witch. And she was like, Jussie Smollet got that work done. Because she was like, how the hell did he beat these charges? But child, I guess it wasn't, that work wasn't strong enough, because here we are at his trial. Okay. So it's just crazy. Like, I'm so disappointed. And that's how you know that Jussie, like, why did you ruin this? Like, you had a good thing going. You were on a top show. You were like one of the stars. And you know what else, guys? This is to show you how selfish people are. Because he didn't just ruin things for himself. He ruined things for other people. They were on this top show, and now that show has ended. I think it ended before its time because of all the controversy surrounding him, and people had his back. I think Kamala had came out here. Dear Yvette says, honey, listen, I do believe those happen. I really do. But I'm like, he's doing too much. Like, it makes me feel like he did something like this. Oh, or maybe that's part of it, like that this was part of the ritual. You know what I'm saying? I do believe people in Hollywood go through humiliation rituals. I do. And it's kind of crazy. But why? And that is the big question. Why? Do you guys think it was a humiliation ritual? Like, why? And because remember, they said that he got a was it a letter, a threatening letter? Oh no, it was a letter, but it was like a picture of a stick figure with a noose around their head. So this is before the events happened. And he reported it to Empire. Okay. He reported it to Empire, and I don't know what came of that. And then not too long after that, that's when on the frigid night, he was going out to Subway, child. Okay. He was going out to Subway to get himself a sandwich, and he was allegedly attacked. Now, listen to the details according to these brothers. I believe the last name is Osundero, I think. Yes, so it's the Osundero brothers. I apologize if I'm butchering that. I'm on another screen, so I might not see your comments right away. They're saying that Jussie Smollett or Smollett, child, I don't know. He paid them $3,500 to carry out the fake attack, and then he paid them $100 for supplies, so like the rope and the bleach and whatever else, I guess the ski mask and stuff. They said that he's the one who orchestrated this attack, and he was upset that Empire didn't do more when he reported the newsletter that he received, and that he did this for attention, to be in the limelight. I still think this is just over the top. Like, this is next level to get some attention. Next level. Yes, Lee Daniels has been quiet. Lee Daniels has been quiet. And they were mad when Terrence Howard alluded to not believe him. Ooh, child. See, I didn't even remember that. Yvette said Empire, the show he was on, is the same Empire Records where several of their huge artists are now dead. Exactly. I will DM you. Please do. Please do, dear Yvette. Please do. You can also email me. Let me see. Let me put this in here before I forget. Child, it's just too much. Listen, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm gonna leave this up here while I go back to the other page because that's a lot of tea. Okay. So that's what they were saying. And then they said, then the defense is saying, oh, well, Jussie did get attacked. And then the brothers are just trying to, implicate him and stuff because they were trying to blackmail him for $1 million because they were asked to testify. But my thing is, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they want to test? Why would they need $1 million to not testify against him if nothing happened? That makes no sense right there. And he said he denied. He said he gave them a check for $3,500. The check did say, I think it was for training. I read this on a different website, on a different news site. But I think in another article, it said that the check was written out for training. Okay. Obviously, if you're writing a check to do some fool-la-la, you're not going to put murder, right? So, it's not surprising to me that he would put something else. Okay. Then he's also claiming that he had a sexual rendezvous with one of the brothers, and that the brother is he's trying to paint the brother as a scorned lover. I don't know what's going to happen, y'all, but this don't look good. I am the most upset that Black people and brown people, but Black people go through so much shit already. Jussie, why in the entire fuck did you feel the need to orchestrate something like this in a time where we're going through so many things, as a country, as people? Like, why? Like, it just feels so selfish, and it feels like, do you need attention that bad? And we know celebrities, honey. One thing I learned from this pandemic is how much these celebrities need attention to survive, like the air that we breathe. They need it. Okay. They will do the most. It's not just about money. They need it. And so it's just, it's just crazy that you need this level of attention. Check was for training, allegedly. Exactly, Miss Alfreda. XXX10 Tacion. That RGB Duck guy and his brother, I think we're all in Empire Records. What? And I think the president of the label has taken out life insurance policies on his artists after signing them. Ciao. Thank you so much, Yvette. Yes, please thumbs up the video. I'm the worst with that. Thank you so much. That is correct. Okay, now I have to look that up. I have to look it up because I didn't know that. Let me take a sip of water. My throat is dry. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm seriously, my mind is blown right now. That's insane. And this is what Yvette was talking about. Thank you so much, Miss Alfreda. That is cray brown. What the hell is going on? Oh my gosh. So this is what I think they had the defense had closing arguments, and then what's happening today? Something is happening today. It says closing arguments are scheduled for Wednesday morning in the case. Oh no, they're having it today in the case against former Empire actor Jussie Smollet, who is accused of staging a racist anti-gay attack against himself in downtown Chicago. That's the other thing. It didn't have to just be racist, honey. It was anti-gay. Jussie, you did a disjustice to a lot of people and, to multiple communities. And he's still denying it. But listen, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but this is just reeks of bullshit to me. There's a video going around about it. Okay. It's deep. Damn. And the president of the label is some Russian Jewish looking white guy. Child. I need to look this up. This is too much. So let's take a poll. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe Jussie. Put a 2 in the chat if you think He's full of shit. And if you have a different thought, you can also just post that. So one, if you think he's guilty. Oh wait, no, what did I say? Child, no. One, if you believe him, and two, if you feel like he's full of shit. Because I just felt very duped. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was angry. I felt very duped by Jussie. When it came out that it was a bunch of mess. Okay. So I don't know what's gonna happen, honey. But he's okay. He's gonna have to get I haven't watched Magical Duchess Lady in forever. He gonna have to get some head voodoo priestess, okay, to get him out of these charges. This is what I feel, because I'm like, I don't think anybody could pray for you, homie. You did this to yourself, okay. I don't know why you did this, but this is my favorite. It's not fair to say hell no. Y'all are hilarious. Well, peace be with you, Jussie. He's gonna need his LGBT and great granddaddy old money to finesse this. Okay, we can't do nothing for you, honey. We can't do nothing for you. You dug yourself into this mess, okay? Child, I don't know. But I'll be watching. I'm gonna keep an eye out. He's saying the brothers are liars. Could you imagine? Let's imagine that what the brother said is true. Could you imagine being painted for something that you got paid to do and that you were encouraged to do? But listen, they all dumb, because there's no way, like the way investigations are these days, the way there's cameras set up everywhere, CCTV, $3,500. They're dumb. I'm sorry, but they're dumb. If you're gonna do some dumb shit, you should have at least made sure he gave you at least 10 G's for that shit. Because now who knows what kind of charges you're facing. Okay. And the Chicago police is not pleased. They were upset. That's a waste of resources. Okay, that's false allegations. You're in a world of shit, Jussie. Anyway, child, let me just peek here at my schedule. I just want to make sure and see what we're about to. I'm good. All right. So we're gonna go on to the Britney Spears story. I read that. Sorry. We're gonna move on. So I'm gonna try my best to do a little screen share, but bear with me. A part of me feels like this is a threesome gone wrong. I think so too, Gummy Bama. I think so. I think he probably had sexual relations with both of them personally, because I didn't know there was any sexual relationship involved until this case, and so now I'm inclined to believe, I think it's a little bit deeper than just you having sex with one of them. I don't know, but child, as the world turns. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna share this screen here. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video and then we're gonna talk about what you feel about it. This is Britney Spears. In this video, she's making fun of her therapist. It's unclear if she had multiple therapists. I think it's the same one, but Britney Spears was in therapy for years. I think now she's no longer in therapy. We know, well, some of you might not know, but she was in this long battle with her dad. And he was out here forcing her to, I think I need to take this off. 1 second. I need to take this off the screen first. He was out here forcing her to do a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, she does have mental health issues, but he was very controlling. And yep, it's just a mess. So let me see if I can make this bigger. Yep. Y'all don't need to see me. I'm just the avatar. So we're going to play this, and then I want to hear what you guys think about Britney Spears making fun of therapy. Let's see if this is loud enough.
Hi, so as your therapist today, I'm here to just ask you a couple of questions.
This is really low.
I just want you to be...
Sorry, guys. How's the volume? How is the volume for you guys before I move on? Because it sounds very low. And mine is, when I played it earlier, it was a lot higher. So let me see here. I'm going to go back to it and let me see. Maybe it's the Instagram volume. Let's see.
Hi, so as your therapist today, I'm here to just ask you a couple of questions. Not here to trouble you. I just want you to be completely relaxed. You just relax. I do the work. I'm just going to ask you a question. I'm here to help you. Key number one. So relax, totally relax, lay down, do what you have to do. Just a couple of questions. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. But the psychosis of what's going on in your head kind of goes into mine too. So we need to just clear these blockages. You know what I mean? Do the clear way, so I can read you well, you read me well, so I can do my work.
Okay. Thanks, Sister Kristen.
That's what it's about. I need to do my work for you to help you succeed.
Yes, I'm feeling fine. I'm having great year. I'm having great days.
I think we need to figure some things out. Are you breathing well? Are you eating well? Are you okay daily? And what time do you go to sleep at night? Because I'm here to help you, okay? That's key number one. I'm here to help you. Balls. Holy shit, fuck balls. Whoa, girl, fuck. Wow. Oh my God. Holy shit, wow, fucking balls, eh? Yeah, holy shit, balls.
Okay. So I don't know what that last part was about, but we're definitely going to get into it. I want to see if I can read. Let me see if I can find her post and the caption under it, because I did earlier. Okay. Let me see here. So basically, while I pull it up, she was saying, I'm going to just see if I can do this without. Nope, it won't let me because I got to be logged in. Okay. So basically, she was saying in the post that even though it seemed like she was dragging her former therapist, she was saying that, let me see. She was saying that, hey, Queen Diva. She was saying that she was really paying her respects to therapy and she's glad she's done. Like, it sounded sarcastic to me. And to me, I kind of felt like it was sarcastic. And, but I also thought there were parts that were funny, and I'll talk about that. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, I'm trying to keep in mind, Brittany has been through a lot. She's been forced to do a lot of things. Some things were probably supposed to be good for her, but imagine you being forced through your conservatorship to do a lot of things, certain medications. I was reading, it seems like it took them forever to get her medication right. And for her therapist, I wouldn't be surprised if Brittany didn't choose her therapist because she was under a very, very tight rule with her dad. So I doubt she got to pick her therapist. Okay. So here she's being forced. And here's an unethical thing. I'm not going to shit on the therapist because I don't know what kind of work they did. If they're being paid by the dad, it sounds like there was so much pressure. It sounds like there was a lot of pressure for whoever's involved in this, whatever team, psychiatrist, counselor. And the thing is that when you're working for somebody else and not your client, I feel like that puts pressure on certain people. And then how much are you really for the client versus doing a certain job for the person that's paying you, if that makes sense? You know what I'm saying? Not that Britney Spears isn't paying them, but they're not hired by her per se. It's her money, but it's her dad. You know what I'm saying? So like, how much control did she have? What was this like for her? Yes, some of that is like classic things that they might do in therapy. I think it was funny when she was like, are you eating? Are you sleeping? Are you breathing? I mean, I think the breathing part is just like more like breathing techniques, but did you guys feel like she was bitter in that video? What were your thoughts about what you were seeing? Because people were saying, oh, she's mocking her therapist, but in her comments, it sounds to me like it's a little bit of both, and she basically was like, I'm done, bitches. Like, she really did curse and stuff. The cursing at the end was she, I think in her post, excuse me, she was explaining that was her excitement that it was all over, that therapy was over. And so that's what made me feel like, I've seen a lot of people over the years. Excuse me. Ciao. 1 second. And yes, people are happy when they're quote unquote done, depending on what you come in for. But I feel like for Britney, it's a different type of happiness. Like, she was being forced to do something. The work is different when you have somebody who is mandated to do therapy versus somebody who is signing up themselves to do therapy. Now, I haven't worked with, that's not true. I guess if I work with CFS kids, they're kind of mandated to do that work, but I haven't worked with any mandated adults in a long time because I just don't work with those systems anymore. And it is not fun work to work with people who are mandated to therapy because you have to work extra hard to get that person to trust you. Okay. They don't trust the system. They're already assuming you're going to rat them out. You're going to report stuff to whoever. And so I think that that's really hard to make headway. And I'm curious about how many therapists she had along the journey. I don't know. I don't know. What did you guys think in the video? Did you feel like Brittany was being petty? Did you feel like she was bitter? Or do you feel like, look, she's just over it? She had to go through a lot. She had to go through a lot. So I just found that video very interesting. I found it very, very interesting. So anyway, I will wait for you guys to respond and see if you have any thoughts about it. But I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know what to really think about what's happening with Brittany, but I do know for sure what I think I could say is I think she went through a lot, and I think she was forced to do a lot of things. Now, my hope for Brittany is that if she does continue with therapy, that she finds somebody that she wants to be with, right? Somebody that she gets to choose, because I don't know if she knows what that feels like. The other thing I wanted to say, because I read something about her medication and how long it took them to get it right, make sure you get a psychiatrist. So here in Canada, one of the things I've noticed is that I might have talked about this before. The primary care physicians will prescribe medication for people, like, it could be like any type of mental health related things, right? Which is the upside of that is you have quicker access to get medication. The downside of that is how many doctors are trained in prescribing the right medication for people. Hey, Goddess, thanks for being here, love. How many people are actually trained in prescribing the right medication? You know what I'm saying? And if you're a complex case, I just think you should skip it and go to the psychiatrist. This is just my advice. Psychiatrists, even though most of them I've met are pretty quirky, they're very good at their jobs. They're skilled in knowing what medication will work. Sometimes they can do genetic testing to see what might work for you. Also, they're going to look at your family history. Does anybody else take this medication or this class of drugs? And I just feel like you're just going to get much further with a psychiatrist personally, especially if you're taking multiple things. It doesn't have to be super intense drugs. It could just be you take anxiety meds or depression meds. Get a psychiatrist, because they're going to evaluate you more thoroughly than a doctor. Sometimes people don't get the right diagnosis. You know what I'm saying? When they're with the primary care physician, I'm not trying to put down, PCPs or anything like that. I'm just saying sometimes I think it's just better to get a psychiatrist. But anyway, those are my 2 cents on the issue. And so I have 2 other things that I can talk about, and it's up to you guys. I'm always here in the class. Thanks, Goddess. I've been reading your membership community posts. They making me think, girl. I hope you're doing well, sis. And so I wanted to ask you guys, do you want to talk about season 2 recap of You, assuming it's not a spoiler for you, because I don't like spoilers, or do you want to talk about the media, and then what my theory is? It's not just my theory, but that they feed off of the negative energy of Black people. Like, they get Black people riled up, and then I feel like they're whole energy vampires out here. So do you want to talk about season 2 of You or the energy vampire that is the media? Please write down what you want. You're welcome. Yeah, please put in the chat what you want to talk about. I'll give you guys a few seconds to respond. And then if I don't see anything, then I'll just choose one. So I'll just fill you guys in the meantime. I recently finished the 2nd season of You, and I'm fully perturbed, but whatever. It was good, but I'm like, this whole show is about a whole sociopath. I don't know if I could do this. Energy. Okay, so we got 1 vote for energy. Anybody else want to vote? It's either season 2 of You, or we're going to talk about the media and energy. Sister Crystal said the opinions expressed is not legal advice and is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Thank you, Sister Crystal. Absolutely. She's spot on. All right. So I only got 1 vote, so we're going to go with energy. Excuse me. Thank you so much, Goddess, for voting. I appreciate it. So this is my thought, and I've thought this for a little bit. And I remember, I'll tell you my own personal story. Last year, when a lot of the George Floyd stuff happened, Ahmaud stuff happened, I mean, I paid attention to all that stuff and I was pissed. Okay. I was pissed and I'm still mad. But I just thought the timing was crazy. And I remember reading from different people and I got really upset, especially with some people in the spiritual community. And they were like, yeah, don't feed into this stuff. And I was like, what you mean don't feed into this stuff? You're black. Country queen, you're black. What are you talking about? There were people that were saying stuff and it felt to me like apathy. And I was getting mad. I was getting real mad. Thanks for sharing, Goddess. And I was like, what you mean? Like, your head is so in the clouds that you can't relate to something that's actually affecting you and your people. And so thank you, Miss Alfreda. And so I just remember getting upset with them and thinking what like, and they were talking about, you know, different things. And I also think different people are called to different things. Then as I just started to pay attention more to the media and I realized that, yes, things are happening and we need to be informed. But Goddess said, yes, she rubbed me the wrong with that. Yeah, I was mad. I was real mad. And I still disagree, by the way. I think we have to find a balance. So I just didn't like it. It was somebody else that said it too. It might have been True Brilliance. I don't know. I don't remember, but I know I heard more than one of them say it and it really pissed me off because I felt like this is mad irresponsible. And then I started to pay more attention to the way news stories are released and how like I said, we have to be paying attention to these things because they're affecting us. They're affecting our families, you know, our community. But then I started to realize, yeah, the media do be race baiting. They do want us to get like, and here's the thing. I think getting upset is real and necessary, but I also like action. I like action. Like I like to see them 3 motherfuckers the other day that got convicted. I hope they throw the book at them. That's what I like to see. I don't want to just hear about protests and shit because I don't really think it like gets us anywhere. Like I want to see action. Like I want to see people held accountable. I want to see a reduction in the frequency of these incidents happening. You know what I'm saying? And so it feels like with the media, it's not really productive the way they're reporting it. It feels like they're trying to get us riled up. But are we getting riled up and getting results? Or are we just like getting angry? You know what I'm saying? And then it made me think like, damn, like it feels like they're feeding off of our energy. Like they feed off of Black rage. Just like I think it was Tiffany who, I hope I'm not like butchering her words here, but Tiffany, shout out to Tiffany, okay? I'm gonna share her video sometime today, so you'll know who I'm talking about. She does really good content, and she also talked about how the media also feeds off of the rage of Black women. That's another layer. You know what I'm saying? Not only collectively as a people do I think they try to feed off of us, but I think they invest heavily in the rage of Black women. Like when you read threads on LSA and certain things, and I'm like, yo, people be getting caught up. Like, I don't give a fuck about the Kardashians. I don't. Like, there's just certain things now I just tune it out and I don't give my energy to because I'm like, what is the purpose of this? You know, or, you know, getting upset about men that don't want you. You know, colorism is trash. But at the end of the day, stop trying to be on Chris Brown's dick. If he don't want dark-skinned women, why do you care? He's trash. Like, there's just certain things that's like, where is the line? You have to be able to call it out, but why are you pining after certain people? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes me think about different layers of not just the media, but like I said, the rage of Black women. And then I started to think about, how do I play into this? You know what I'm saying? How do I contribute to this? How do I react to this? God has said, that's why I haven't been live. I'm not on those frequencies. Exactly. And so I didn't understand like some of what they were saying, but I get it now. I get it. And I do think the media has a field day with Black rage, with Black anger, because I think it keeps us distracted. I'm not saying we shouldn't feel those things, guys. I want to be very clear. I'm not taking the path that Conjure Queen and True Brilliance are taking. I still think that's trash. I still think that's checked out. And from a therapeutic perspective, quite frankly, I don't think that's healthy. But I do think we need to be more aware of our own selves and emotions and our own energy fields, and pay attention to when they are trying to manipulate us, because I do believe that that's at play. I do believe they try to manipulate us emotionally because it keeps us distracted. And if they keep us distracted, they can continue with the F-ish behind the scenes. Like, for example, did y'all know that the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is happening right now? Meanwhile, they talk about Omicron and everything else, but that there has been no major news articles about that. Am I the only one that's noticing this shit? That's a big case. Epstein was linked to mad people, not just celebrities. He was linked to huge politicians. He's linked to princes and shit. Like, it's like they don't want you to know this information. They are trying to distract you. Pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. This is another thing that I connected the dots on. See, I'm going to be honest, and I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but I told you I'm on a new wave. I'm on a new energy. All right. Now, may God rest Gabby Petito's soul. I am very sad for the events that happened that involved her untimely death. I'm very sad about that. Okay. But you know what pisses me off? And I'm not mad at her, and I'm not even mad at her parents. Okay. I'm pissed the fuck off that we saw a several week manhunt for this girl, this skinny blonde girl. Okay. They didn't stop till they got her. Okay. We found out she had a YouTube channel. Okay. They had videos, like all this stuff. And there was this manhunt. And every day there was multiple news articles about Gabby Petito. Okay. And I said to myself, what about the Black and brown girls? Okay. What about the Black and brown girls? They still don't report on us. I saw CNN's trash ass report on two, and I'm paying attention. After the Gabby Petito thing, and some people talked about the outrage of missing Black girls. This has been for years. This has been decades that this has been going on. Indigenous women, it's the list goes on and on. These motherfuckers, excuse my language, had the nerve. They posted two Black girls after Gabby Petito that was missing. And after that, I didn't see nothing else. And see, this is what I'm talking about with the media. Okay. At the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about us. Okay. They had this girl up there for weeks. I don't know, maybe even longer, tracking every single move of this girl's disappearance, murder. And this is what I'm saying. This is no shade to the family. And then once again, may she rest in peace. This is no shade to Gabby Petito. She did nothing wrong. I'm talking about the trash ass racist media who literally did this. This is what they did with the same girl. What is her name? The one who was in Italy and she got charged for murdering her roommates. I forget her, Amanda Knox. And I will never forget, they were like, America's sweetheart. Like, they just made it seem like because she was like, first, I guess they were like, she's this pretty white girl. She couldn't have did it. Meanwhile, when we're victims of crimes, victims, not perpetrators, they dig into our history. Oh, yeah, she stole an airhead from the Poppy store. That's the shit that they do to victims, guys. Okay? Not perpetrators. And so this is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't trust the media. The media is here to get us riled up, keep us distracted, okay? Keep us focusing on shit that ain't working. Meanwhile, nothing is getting changed. This is the thing. There's nothing wrong with being upset about the plight that we face and the plight that other groups face. My thing is, where is the motherfucking action? There's no action that's happening. Okay, they're just feeding us this bullshit story and feeding off of our emotions and keeping us in what I've heard called the dinosaur brain. Okay, the dinosaur brain is the part of your brain. Okay, there's a more scientific term for it, but this is how I explain it to kids in my trauma work. Okay, the dinosaur brain is the shit that makes you angry. It's the shit that'll help you to act quick. Okay, so you're always in survival mode. Okay, how am I going to eat? How am I going to stay alive? How am I going to get out of this fight with this saber-toothed tiger? That's the dinosaur brain. And if they can keep you there, think about it. You're not functioning on higher levels. You're not looking into building yourself in different ways, developing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't allow the media to keep you stuck in trauma. We already have generational trauma. embedded in us because of the F-ish that we've had to been through. And there's a lot of different people groups who have, I'm talking about Black people right now because I'm Black, damn it. Okay. I can't speak to anybody else's experience. I can empathize with them, but I can't speak to it, okay, on a personal level. So pay attention, do your work, pay attention to your own emotional regulation, feel your feelings, but don't stay there, is what I'm saying. Don't let them keep you stuck in the anger. Don't let them keep you stuck in being distracted to the point where you can't grow. Okay? That's root chakra shit. If they can keep you feeling insecure, unsafe, unstable, fearful, that is an imbalanced root chakra. You ain't never going to get to the crown chakra if you're stuck there. If you're stuck on, I feel so unsafe. I feel so ungrounded. You know what I'm saying? Like, please drop down if you feel me in the chat. And I'm going to read some of these comments and I'll get back to what I'm saying. The guy that said it's a difference from awareness and energy harvesting. Yep, that's true. That's a very, and I think that's what it is. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You can be aware, but don't let them harvest your energy. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Okay. Because obviously they must be doing something with that shit, not just distraction. See, I think we're a lot more powerful as human beings than we realize. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. I think we're a lot more powerful. Why do they need to keep a group of people focused, in their emotions? It's not just to distract you. Moving right along. Ms. Alfreda said negative energy seeks out positive energy because the goal of negativity is to turn everything negative. Excellent point, Ms. Alfreda. Train delusion with no results. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. If you're going to be in your feelings about it, which is normal, okay, make sure you don't allow yourself to stay there, and make sure you allow it to make you grow and be productive. Okay. We might not, we might not be able to change the system overnight, but how can we arm ourselves, not just spiritually, but just like even with, grounded down to earth things, how to, keep ourselves safe in certain places. Okay. What are things that we can do for ourselves to keep ourselves safe? Okay. From systemic racism, how do we protect ourselves? More and more people are getting exposed. More and more cops are getting exposed because of these body cams. It's not that it's more crimes happening. I think it was more than that before. I think it's just that more people are recording it. So there's a lot of different ways to arm yourself with knowledge and to protect yourself. The goddess said, if people knew the truth, it would dismantle the system at hand. Exactly. And so I started paying attention to that shit. And you know what? I also thought about, think about basic energy vampires, people who, you can just feel it. Like they're just here to suck you dry. Okay. They are here to siphon your life force if you let them, and just think about that multiplied by however much, and that's the media. That's what I think the media is. And I think we miss it. I think we don't realize. I started to read in between the lines when I read different news titles. I find myself getting more pissed when I go to CNN, and I try not to even read their shit. Okay. When I go to LSA, there's certain titles I stay away from. I might get intrigued and click on it, but there's certain things I don't even click on anymore because it's already crafted to piss me off. Like, let me see. I'm about to go there right now, and let me see. We're gonna go to the trending section. It's kind of slow today, so I might not notice anything, but I'm gonna give you guys an example, because don't think it's just a bunch of Black women on LSA. Okay. Don't be fooled. Let's see. I'm just looking. We got stuff about Tristan Thompson, gag order. Okay. The chicken shop girl, something about this white woman who is interviewing Black men. Child, I didn't care, because it already felt like this is just trying to make us upset as Black women. Why? How is this going to improve my life? I don't care. Just like there's just some things that's like, don't click on that shit because it's just meant to aggravate your soul. Some things are information. We need it. Okay. Kanye West didn't tell a single lie when he said Beyonce looks up to Kim K for inspiration. If that don't sound like some F-ish, again, something else I would not click on. I want y'all to like, are y'all catching what I'm saying? It might just sound basic to you, these titles, but if you really think about it, what is it that they're trying to do here? Okay. What is it that they're trying to do here? Right. But I'm just looking, like, usually it's more stuff than this. But like I said, today is slow. Okay. But don't allow yourself to be a pawn. Don't allow yourself to be a pawn by the media. As a matter of fact, I don't watch the news. I haven't watched the news in years. I only read the news because then I can control more about what I'm putting in, taking in. Okay. I don't watch it. Be careful. Don't let yourself get sucked in to the bullshit. And that's it. That's all I got to say about that. You guys are probably, if you haven't already, you'll notice more stuff. Goddess is making a lot of good points. Yeah. Distraction and emotion. Your emotion is powerful. Okay. Your emotions are powerful. I'm not telling you not to feel them. I'm telling you, make sure you're not being somebody's pawn. Okay. When you see some of this stuff, how do you respond but not get sucked into too much of it? And I'm more interested in using my energy to create change. So I did a post after the Ahmaud Arbery announcement about the guilty conviction of those scoundrels. And I was serious when I said I probably would get too worked up. And that's why I didn't do a live about it. I did a community post about it, and then I went on Instagram and I did another post because I was thinking about it a lot. And quite frankly, I was surprised about the verdict. I was very surprised. I don't expect anything anymore. Just like y'all see how many kids die in school shootings, okay, and continue to die. The NRA don't give a fuck. They don't care about your kids, okay? They care about money, you know? And hey, thank you so much, peace, love. Thank you, love. You know, they don't care about that. And I'm not saying there's not a place for people who want to own guns. I personally don't own a gun. I don't want no guns in my house. But I also have met people that I realize, listen, if you live in the bush, okay, if you out there, you know, where there's polar bears and shit, you might need a gun. So and there's a lot of people who hunt. You know, I'm not into any of that stuff. So I'm not judging all gun owners. If you own a gun, I'm not judging you because chances are you're a responsible gun owner. Okay. But the NRA has a disease. And we know that the politicians are in bed with the NRA. That's the reason why they can't pick up their balls and create legislation that will protect, you know, your children and your family members because they don't care. Okay. They love putting out news articles about kids that got killed in a shooting, but they can't put in no metal detectors and shit. You know, just simple things that they can do. They're not doing it. So pay attention. Pay attention, but don't get sucked in. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say that's not necessarily related to this topic. Yeah, I know I did a little something in the beginning where we talked about Mr. Toddler, Tantrum and Toddler TV, okay, and his broken heart. All right, we did a little Maxwell tribute for him, okay, and it's the same thing on here. It's the exact same thing on here. Yes, it could be funny. Yes, it could be entertaining. Don't let these people steal your energy, okay? Sometimes being a spectator is really the best thing instead of being involved. Being directly involved will get your ass. Goddess said it's 1,000 metal detectors in Aboriginal schools. Wow. And you know, it's crazy. Of course there are, because you know, they're the brown kids that's out to kill people. And here's the other thing that drives me crazy about the NRA. The NRA loves to arm white people, especially white men, but let a black person, you know, walk down the street. They shooketh. They're shooketh. And this is the inequality that I talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same energy. They don't want a bunch of black people to arm themselves. And I'm not saying that you should. Like I said, I'm not a gun person at all. Okay. I'd rather learn some martial arts and learn some other weapons and shit. Okay. But that's just me because I just, what, like, if you're not hunting, for me, I don't want guns. That's just me. I don't want no guns in my house. Okay. My husband's not a hunter. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just not into that shit. But they don't care. They don't want. It's not the same energy for black gun owners, and that's the other piece to it. That's the reason why I don't get mad anymore or get worried about black people who are legally owning their guns. Why not? Okay. Why the hell not? So I don't know, child. But this is the stuff that I had on my heart today. I just want to thank you guys for being here with me. I had a great time talking with you. I'm hoping to come back sometime this week. I'm going to try my best. It's been pretty busy, and y'all know, we're getting ready to move and stuff. So there's a lot going on. I have to catch up on a lot of videos too. I'm behind, y'all. I'm behind, and I'm behind on comments. So please forgive me. Also, if you are esoteric, thank you, love. Have a blessed day, ladies. Until next time. Yes, you too, Miss Alfreda. If you're an esoteric member, I did post a candle magic video, so you can check it out. Let me see if I find my little things here. But yeah, guys, thanks for being here. You guys are the best. I really appreciate hanging out with y'all. I'm gonna get myself ready for my day. Yes, I'm gonna get myself ready. I'm gonna go ahead and play the outro music / video. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy it and you have a wonderful, beautiful day. I'm sending y'all peace, love, and blessings. Bye. Bye, y'all. I think their event might still be live, so go ahead and check her out. But I'll see you guys in the streets. Bye.